What is going on, party people? I see your messages, Alfarius. Yes, I am indeed late. A tragedy, I know. I had to take a little bit of extra time to get things going behind the scenes. And I do believe I'll be joined by my good buddy Army on this stream. We'll see. We'll see. Yesterday's stream, we got this guy looking pretty good. The first of many. Today we'll be working on the Snake Man. I thought I'd mix up the format a little bit on these streams, in that I think it's most enjoyable if I just focus on completing a single model within reason. And, these are already a little ways along, so it's somewhat of an easier goal than a model that's just primed and ready for its first bit of paint. But yeah, what colors are we going to use on this guy? Well, we got to get his helmet and then build up some layers for our armor colors. On all the areas, we got a whole bunch of demon colors on this guy, on the demonette backpack, and on the snake body as well. A little bit of demon colors on the hands and arms. So it's almost like we're painting a demon. Alright, let me get my models out of the way here. Hobby space is limited. Hobby space is limited. You know what? I welcome the late jokes. I think they're really funny. I'm not against them. Not against them one bit.
Hello.
Hey there. You are on the live.
I'm live?
Uh-oh. Yep. Don't be racist.
I'm alive!
What's
Cool.
up? Are you still in your Warp Talon hell?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm working on some, I want to, spruce up some predators, but then I'll be going back to Warp Town jail.
Some predators. Some good old
Yeah.
predators.
Want to spruce up and, paint a bit of their turrets. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, as a bearer of the word, I'm well capable of blessing you. You are blessed.
Boy. Get a load of this guy.
Nothing wrong with getting into the spirit of things, alright?
Get a load of this fucking guy over here.
We have
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
here.
So I
We
played
have
another.
fun. Oh, what's up?
Played another game against Doc's Necrons last night, and
What was it, the Hypercrypt?
yeah, I'm not. I don't know with the old Deceptors, man. It's gonna be, man. I don't.
What was the hang-up?
I-
Paint me
I
a
don't know if
picture.
I don't know if I'm a smart enough player to run them efficiently.
Really?
They're gonna take a lot of practice, like a lot of practice to do. Like it's just move, block, and precision, and it can be. I've been making poor decision with Warp Talons, and yeah, if you don't get the Warp Talons into like something of value, like it's just
Yeah, they don't get their value.
yeah.
That does make the sense.
Yeah, so I'm not by any means giving up on them, but like poor decisions are just magnified because you just don't have like you basically I think the best use for them is just like hit and run on their people's trash, take away their scoring pieces with them. Because anytime I try to go, like the problem is if you don't completely wipe the squad,
Oh yeah, you're
you're
punished.
fucked. You're fucked.
No, that's the reality of it. I think it sounds a lot like how we would discuss GSC, right?
Yeah.
GSC, like, you know, 8th and 9th more so, where they weren't overly forgiving. You kind of had to use all your pieces very meticulously
Mm-hmm.
because each of them were so frail, and you had to maximize what you could do with what you had.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I'm gonna have to really yeah, dial it in, you know.
Oh, it definitely seems like a high skill floor.
Yeah,
Detachment.
high floor forward shower. That's that's is what it is.
I bumped up the volume a little bit. I think that should be better. I was away from my mic, just the way my hobby setup is while I'm perusing in my paint bucket. I'm not facing my microphone. The
Talking
big
to me or
old
chat?
paint bucket. Chat, and yeah, basically chat. Doesn't really. I think you hear me okay. But
Yeah,
I
I can hear
definitely appreciate those messages letting me know the volume's needing to go
dog
lower down.
shit. Say stop fucking up.
Listen, it's just because you're such a weak talker, okay?
Weak, weak talker.
I think I need to pull up some Demonette reference so I can paint to my scheme as well. Get the old
You're painting a
reference going.
demonette now?
No, it's just the demon color on the possessed. I want to match my demons, you know?
Ah,
You feel me?
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
You know, that's a fair inquiry on your part. I could hear the judgment in your voice, though.
Me?
You're like, a demonette now? Pick a lane.
Little hobby ADD.
Trying to get that under control. Maybe I can use this image. I don't have a lot of Demonette photos or Slaanesh photos, unfortunately. Not on my computer, anyways. Maybe I can use this. Oh boy, it's real big.
Careful opening up your screen on live stream.
I think I've got a handle on it. I think it's okay. I'm just gonna... Yeah, we're going for this kind of... This sort of coloration of skin. It's our reference. I'm gonna leave this off to the side. We're gonna have a real messy overlay today. That's what I think. Is my audio still low? Chat, let me know. Let me know. I think I've corrected it.
How low can you go?
Unless I messed with the settings on my mic itself. I don't think I did. I believe everything's the same as it was last time. Alright, let's get some... What color is this? Mecharite red, probably. Mechrite Red, and let's get it going on this guy's helmet. I did a head swap on one of my Possessed. Because I had a newer
Oh,
head,
yeah.
a newer Possessed head. Because one guy just had a Legionary helmet. And I figured you should have a Possessed head if you're a Possessed, you know? I feel like
I
that's
mean-
the right call.
Your logic is sound. That sound logic.
Yeah. I thought it over. I slept on it. And that's
You
was
slept
my-
on that, eh?
Yeah, I slept on it. I had to be sure.
Well, you're thorough, I'll give you that.
We're gonna get more Mechrite Red. I'm gonna do the same sort of. I got a plan for the stream. I want to just paint on this one model, not assembly line. And I have a build order of sorts.
You think you're better than me?
I choose to not answer that question. I will pass. I will pass that question. Can I phone a friend?
If you had any. Oh!
You got me good there. Jeez.
You walked into that one.
Did I though? Did I though? What are you sprucing up on your predators?
Just magnetizing turrets, and then I got to 3D print the rest of the turret bits. I printed the turrets in FDM for speed, and now
how'd
I
that
just got to
turn
print. Just hit it with 2 or 3 coats of thick primer after, and it's completely fine.
Nice.
And then I did the the guns in resin, and then I'm gonna do the details in resin.
Smart.
Less resin, less time. Bigger things fail, etc., etc.
Yeah. Talking like a man of experience.
Yeah, I've been around the 3D printing block for a minute. Yeah, I mean, it's not definitely, it's not perfect, but it's okay. It's rather better than saying these rhinos are tanks.
Sorry about that.
Did I see what?
Did you see the Warhammer community about the Sisters of Battle? I know you had concerns. Are your concerns alleviated?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, they just previewed some detachment stuff. Like, you know how they do, like, oh, here's a rule, here's a stratagem, here's an enhancement, here's a detachment, that sort of thing.
Oh, okay.
If you
I
had
didn't look
seen
at them.
it, I was going to ask you, but it's not, it's fine. Don't trouble yourself. I don't think it's probably worth looking at, just for my inquiry, to be honest. I was kind of like meh on what I saw. I was like, this doesn't seem egregious at all. Unless I'm mistaken.
Should it be egregious?
No, but I think that was something you were alluding to as a concern, right? You were... Maybe I'm mixing up with someone else.
I don't remember. I mean, it's quite possible I said something to those effects.
No worries. No worries. You just focus on your predator, okay?
Any different? Oh, don't open it with that, Sean. Your brain isn't functioning on all cylinders.
It's okay. I won't judge you.
It's mighty kind of you.
This is a kind of ugly looking shoulder pad I'm working on here.
What's ugly but
I think I did a very poor job of painting in the lines, and maybe I didn't even wash it. It feels like I didn't do a Nuln Oil over the metal, you know?
Mm.
And now it doesn't look natural.
Doesn't look right.
Precisely. I think the blends here are looking adequate on the backpack. I can get some more Screamer pink in the mix. Screamer pink. Do you know who else is going to the local store?
Darren and Ryan?
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know past that.
Jeez.
Why are you concerned about your homebrew again?
I just like to get a game in. Well, ideally with the homebrew. I want to keep.
I don't think
stress
anyone
testing.
cares, man.
Yeah, it's just you need people to, you know,
Alleviate your anxiety?
take up the offer. Like, if I'm looking for a game and then everyone's like, all quiet.
No,
I'm
maybe.
led to assume is okay, no interest, that's fine. It's okay. There's like 3 layers of servers to like matchmake, so I don't think it's an issue.
I think the server's just been quiet. I don't think anybody. I wouldn't. Yeah. Oops, kicking shit.
Wouldn't read too much into it. I
No.
appreciate that.
What do I need? Vehicle parts.
What sort of vehicle parts? Like a Havoc launcher? That kind of stuff?
Yeah, just gotta look and see what I got in here. That's a Havoc launcher. Q Wrestling of Sprues.
Your specialty.
No, I need I gotta put some turrets and other things on. I know it's like the top hatches and stuff like that. Let's look and see if I had what kind of sponson options I had too. I might have to build another one as a Predator. Cause the 30K ones I have, the doors are special and glued on, so I can't. I don't want to risk wrecking them, breaking them off.
Yep. Yeah, that would feel bad.
And I have a plethora of rhinos here for whatever reason.
The armory is vast.
Yeah, I had bought them for like. I had bought one to turn, like I'd ordered 2 China ones to turn into whirlwinds, and then I got impatient and bought a used Forge World one, and then it was missing tracks. So when I took it back to the store, the dude gave me a whole new one. So then I was just like, I have 4 whirlwinds. I didn't need 4 whirlwinds, so if you ever want to upgrade.
Oh yeah, I'll hit you up if I ever have that desire.
You know how you like your legend bullshit.
Hey, it's funny how quickly you cast them aside once they're no longer fitting into your competitive worldview.
I know, eh?
It's part of the problem.
Big sad. It is. Yeah. It's like, look, we gave you legend rules, but it's like, man, like people have never ever been to a tournament and probably never will. Like, I don't know, they don't use legends competitively. I can't play with it. It was perfectly fine. Your little Spartan there was perfectly fine on the other day. How many points is it?
Offhand, I can't tell you. Let me do a little reference. Pull up the rules here. I have to use a web browser though, because my phone's been used for capture.
Oh, okay.
One sec. God, I love New Recruit.
Yeah, it's good, right?
So good. I should subscribe actually, because I actually like it quite a bit.
Yeah.
The Spartan is 315.
Yeah, that's all right. It's not terrible. Oh,
yeah, there might be worse offenders out there for the Legends, especially the longer an edition goes on. I would imagine like the lack of updates would become more and more obvious.
Yeah.
But right now, I think it's fine.
Not bad. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright, let's just go to Warp Town Jail. That's what we deserve.
So what happened? You were putting the warp talents into warriors or immortals?
I dunked them into warriors or immortals. I don't know. They all look the same to me. And then they had a 4-up invuln from, I don't know, reasons. Yeah, and then I killed 15 of 20. And then there was a special character in there, and he had a once per game uh, kill everything you touch thing. So he triples his attacks and he triples his damage, and then every hit wound is a crit. So then it's like, so I dunked 15 warriors, and then he dunked 9 of 10 dudes back, and it's like, well,
Oh, yeah, that's a bad trade. That feels bad.
that's a real bad trade.
Yeah, for when
Yeah.
the premise is I'm gonna hit you and then leave, yeah, that's like the opposite. Yeah.
And then he later in the game he pressured a flank, and I brought in Warp Talons the next turn, and I finished off that squad, and then I vanished into the air, and it felt great. I was a hero. I was the smartest Warhammer player ever to live. And then I rapid ingress on his next turn, and good play. He was not happy with the way where I rapided to, and he was gonna take this flank, and then I was gonna dunk him. And then he had some immortals and a character, and then whatever that named guy is, Caesar, whatever. Zarazak.
The immortal, or sorry, the Stormlord, that guy.
Yeah, the big guy.
Oh, the big guy. The big guy.
Big chonky boy. Not a Catan.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Anyway,
about.
okay, cool. There's five immortals and a character. So I'll go in and I'll kill, and I'm like, okay, like eight dudes into that guy. And I'll dunk him, and then I'll kill the immortals hopefully, or like if I leave some, like whatever. Well, I did like fucking 2 wounds to Buddy, and then the immortals like reanimate like 6 fucking guys, and I'm like, well, all right. So I just need to stop trying to use them for like elite killing until maybe later in the game, and just like smash infantry and troops with them.
I
Leave,
think so.
come back, leave, come back, leave, come back, and then later on in the game I can try and get them into something like that. So it's been a slow learning curve. Like,
No, it sounds like a sound strategy. Because as soon as, and this was my thought process too, as soon as I know your value is in clearing a unit and getting away, now I'm more incentivized to use my Armor of Contempt or my defensive strats, right?
yeah. Sorry, I'm just priming this. Yeah, and then like, I mean, they come down, it's 40 attacks, twin linked, right?
It is
And
scary.
yeah,
It
but
is scary.
like, I mean,
On paper, right?
well, jeez, like, yeah. So then on another squad, I drop down the sorcerer, and I roll my 2 up to give plus AP, so that all my bolters have AP, my heavy chain cannon has AP, the predator havoc launcher, and I'm gonna clear this squad, roll a 1, do mortals to myself. Okay, that sucks. Is what it is, and then go, let's move along, go to the next turn. Well, doesn't that sorcerer just fucking kill himself?
Oh, no.
Another one.
Man, the dark packs, like, before you get to swing is so...
Yo, it wasn't a dark
debilitating.
pact, it was just rolling death hex.
Oh, it's Death Hex. Shit, that's even
Yeah,
worse.
he just fucking sucked. He's just like, you know what? I don't want to do my job today. I'm like, oh, thanks, bud. Thanks.
Yeah, it's, I don't know.
That's okay.
Because it's like taking perils from, what, a double 1 or double 6 to just a 1, which is, like, way more likely, right? That punishment.
Yeah, and so I set up to like play defensively and move block, and then he frontlined everything, and I was like, huh.
Bold move.
I'm
Okay.
like, all right, and then I went first. I'm like, well, I guess let's see what happens when I go for it. And I definitely like against a more practiced opponent or a meaner list, definitely did not kill enough. Like nowhere near. So I just like that's not the way I like to play, anyways. So
I like the Alpha Strike. Yeah.
well, I just think it's a really lame way to play. Like you're relying on two rolls, right? All right. So I need to roll first drop. Cool. I block out the board. I set up, you know, 20 to 30 legionaries, 40 to 50 cultists. All right, roll the dice. Hope I go first. I'm like, nah, like I'm just not about that. I'm not about that life. Like
Yeah, it leaves
that's
you on
not
a feeling
that's
bad.
not it's not the way it's not the way I want to play.
Yep. No, respectable. Respectable choice, I'd say.
Oh,
How'd
you
you
won
find?
your
Sorry, what?
you won your local RTT. Yeah, I went first every turn. I'm the best player ever.
I'm so good.
I am a god. How'd I find what?
How did you find the Hypercrypt's mobility versus the screen outs from the Receptors?
He wrote he played Awakened Dynasty.
Oh, Awakened Dynasty. Okay, gotcha. That changes
Um,
things quite a bit.
yeah, yeah. And his Dark Rune or his Antimatter Crystal or whatever his teleport thing is,
Hmm.
it says in the reserve step, bring this unit back. So that doesn't scare me at all because I can block that.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be really careful relying on Deep Strike against the Alpha Legion. Because I can just save a CP and fuck you over every single turn.
Yeah, no
So,
matter where you put it down, right?
yeah,
Or how does that work? I
pick
have
a
to
unit.
commit and then, or you pick a
You
unit
say,
before I
you
put my model
say,
down.
you say, I'm bringing in my reserves now. And I say, cool, I picked this unit. You cannot Deep Strike within 12 of it.
Nice.
Yeah.
That does sound good. Okay, I think we're looking decent for the armor. There's not too much edge highlighting because there's a lot of trim.
BRB. I need to locate some spectacles.
No worries.
Some spectacles for this up close painting. Alright, spectacles located.
Nice. Now you can paint spectacularly.
Oh! See what he did there, chat? What a funny guy.
I am but a vessel.
Oh yeah, I got two. There's 2 rhinos here. Do I really want to build another one? I don't know. I might hold off on the Huron conversion too. I don't know if I want to like.
No, is he not worth it?
I don't know.
Still feeling out the fundamentals, eh?
Redeploy's nice. It's very nice. But it's redeploy before you know who goes first, which is significantly less valuable.
Maybe it'll.
Yeah, and I don't know. He's got value. I'm not giving up on him yet. He also makes his squad OC more, so like Legionnaires are OC3 in it, so like he's got value. But on his own, he's okay. He's okay. He gets a once per game reactive move, which I like. I like the OC. Maybe scoot some boogies and steals an objective or something, but I don't know. I kind of like the Master of Execution reroll hits.
Oh yeah, as soon as they're losing any below starting strength, right?
Yeah, so you shoot a guy or you throw a grenade and you run in and you reroll all your hits.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
And then, because you're leading Legionaries, you reroll all your wounds.
Oh yeah. Providing you don't get tar pitted by cultists. Referring to what you did to me.
Well, yeah, it did do that.
My Legionaries only rerolled ones.
Yeah, Legionaries are less good when you don't let them get to the objective. Could be just these warp towns are suffering from newly painted model syndrome too.
There's always a bit of that. No, I think like it's relying so much on putting them into the right target, right?
Yeah.
Like they have to be
Yeah.
soft enough and not defensive, because then if I have Armor of Contempt and I know you're gonna hurt me and get away with it and get your utility, so just you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then I really want to spend that Armor of Contempt on them to deny you that affordance, that power, right?
Yeah.
So it's almost like you want to kill the units that aren't sexy to kill with them, right?
Yeah.
Not the glorious targets, but the ones that are still like. I still think it's big money value, even if it's a unit of cultists. You just I drop down, I'll sack a unit of cultists and get out of here, and I'm untouched, right? I still think there's value in that.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's just not sexy, you know.
Yep, and I mean, and if you're in a good spot, you don't have to leave, right?
That's true too. That's true.
And they do have an invuln, like if you start hitting them back. So like, they aren't like completely like they don't completely die in Stiff breeze. So you get them in a good position, and maybe you don't wipe out whatever it is. You lose a couple, and then in their turn, you finish wiping them and leave. Like that's still value, but because they leave, like people are up to fall out of combat with them, and people are
Right.
gonna
Yeah, they'll do what they can to
they'll
deny that value.
yeah there will be definitely be play around, It's too bad I don't have a camera. Chat would just love to watch me paint all of these warp talents. Just 3 weeks
Would.
of here I am painting trim. Here I am painting trim.
At least it's silver trim. I feel like gold trim's worse in terms of like pigments and paint flow and stuff. What's your
Yeah,
experience having done both?
depends on the paint. The paint I'm using a Vallejo gunmetal. It's got pretty good coverage. Um, and the problem is over the metallic paint, it's a little bit slippery. So
Oh yeah,
mm,
yeah, because your color shift base.
yeah. So like right now I'm doing a little bit of cleanup, but I got the magic eraser out.
Yep. I'll join you with a little bit of trim work at the moment.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with the trim after. If I'm gonna, null it, then bring it back up with an edge highlight and a gloss, or I was thinking of maybe putting like a draconian nightshade on it and seeing what that
Ooh,
looks
like a
like.
little bit of a cool blue kind of hue.
Yeah, I was thinking of maybe doing that.
That could be
See,
good.
I'm definitely gonna do a little testy, and then I'm not sure what kind of fade I'm gonna give the lightning claws. Like if I'm gonna do a blue and a teal, or if I want to like go crazy and do something that pops like an orange and a red or something. I haven't decided. Or if I want to do green, green might be cool.
Yeah, green could look pretty good with the metallic blue you got going on.
Yeah, right.
It's
And
a
I
it's a
could do green.
contrasting color, but not as loud as the orange.
Yeah, and I could do green eyes too.
Oh yeah.
Kind of feeling the green now.
The possibilities are endless.
I do like the color green.
Oh, it's a great color. Gotta clean up this trim.
Got a little too much water on this.
This is a really quick and dirty conversion I did on this model. But it's like a possessed model, so it's almost like I feel like I can get away with it, you know? You know that situation?
Yeah, let's have a look. I said yeah, but I don't even know what you're doing. Let me
Well,
look at the stream.
I didn't wanna force that
Oh
upon
yeah,
you.
what's the body from?
It's a Age of Sigmar uh, Daughters of Cain. I can't forget the unit's name, but it's from that range.
It's very Slaanesh.
It's perfect. It's perfect for a Slaanesh possessed.
Yeah, make a good Emperor's Children.
Yep, good for them as well. If they get to keep possessed after they get their book, who knows?
Yeah, who knows?
You never
I
know.
got them right now.
Someone in chat yesterday, because I was streaming yesterday, was saying Slaanesh will get like the 6 pound. There'll be a unit of possessed a possessed unit just for
Oh
them,
no,
full of 6 demons
I
instead of
hate
8
that.
demons. Yeah. I had that same kind of like rejection, that vitriol. I was like, oh god. It's such a awful, such a cringe idea. They were saying it to trigger me, obviously.
Doesn't take much sometimes.
Oh yeah, certain topics.
They know you. They're like, watch this. Press the big red button.
Not everyone thinks like you, alright? The Huron Alfarius. Or no, Alfarius Blackheart. That sounds way cool.
Sounds like a pirate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
I
he's
mean,
a
I don't,
leader.
I don't, I don't, I don't love it. It's purely like it's purely a competitive thing, rules thing.
Right.
I'm not like, oh, I love Hero Blackheart so much. I'm gonna put him in the
I've
Alpha
always liked
Legion.
him.
He
You
fits
try
my
to
lore.
you try to come out. Yeah, I was just gonna say you try to come up with some like painstaking
Yeah.
arm twisting lore justification for how he actually fits. Oh, he actually fits the Alpha Legion. It actually makes sense that
No.
Huron would help the Alpha Legion. Like nah,
Euron only helps himself.
everyone knows what you're doing, so you might as well
Yep.
just be transparent.
Oh yeah, I just own it. You got a good rule.
Yeah, the Inquisition would always cooperate with the Custodes, and the Custodes would always listen to the orders of the Inquisition. And,
Absolutely.
you know,
So the rumor mongers
ooh,
in the back of like in the most recent on the Pariah Nexus there was Inquisition in one of the pictures, and then up behind them was Death Watch. So the rumor mongers
I
have
think I saw that artwork.
yeah. So the rumor mongers have the Death Watch in the Imperial Agents book, which people think will be the redacted one.
Right, right. That does make sense.
I hope it's not right away because like I don't want to be conflicted about what I want to play, you know? Just
Yeah,
like if
yeah,
the Death Watch stuff comes out and I'm like, "Oh, I love this." And I'm like, "Oh, I like the Alpha Legion too." Fuck.
yeah. I
My
do
poor little
feel
brain.
a bit awkward about it. I don't know. I guess the positioning would be like, yeah, if Death Watch no longer exists as an army in and of
Which would suck.
themselves, the best framing you do from GW's point of view is like, well, you have now a Space Marines army. That's pick a different detachment, right?
Yeah.
It's not exactly like Grey Knights, where the army like it's so full of exclusive models. There's just a few.
Yeah, Watch Captain, really, and the Corvus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Corvus. Forgot about that one. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Um, well, and I have a lot of Firstborn, but I can just been using the Firstborn for the as Legionnaires because
Well, it's perfectly fine.
yes,
Yep.
yeah,
Perfectly suitable for Legionnaires.
yeah. I was like, I don't know what to do, like with the scheme wise and the Firstborn wise and blah blah blah. But I think like if I use Primaris, they're bigger and they make nice Chosen kind of thing mixed in with the Chosen. Just a mixed squad, keep the same aesthetic, you know.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Easy differentiation. Easier than Legionnaires and Chosen, probably.
Oh yeah, because Chosen are they're just slightly taller. I
Yeah,
mean, they're more ornate too, I suppose. I don't want to sound like I'm hating.
there's a reason I haven't painted any of the fuckers.
Yeah, it's I don't know, when they lost their ability to just take whatever they want from the armory, it like lost a lot of the mystique for me.
Yeah.
So cool to just load up your specialists, your veterans.
There's no choosing on the chosen.
Well, when you put it like that, it just sounds dumb. I think some of these shoulder pads have received either too heavy of a prime or something. Some of the details are hurting a little bit.
Are they 3D printed ones?
No, they're just pretty sure they're plastic. So long ago when
I just remember I printed a bunch for you.
Yep. And the 30K helmets, like those.
Oh yeah,
Beakies.
those are sweet.
Yeah.
Love those.
Yep. I do like the Beakies that came out with the Horus Heresy 2.0. It was so lame to like wait. Trying to imagine if we were like, let's, alternate timeline. All of us bought the Horus Heresy 2.0 starter box, Age of Darkness, and we're ready to fucking go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now I'm just kind of like not painting my heads because I'm waiting for my Beakies to come out, and I don't know when that will be. Right? There's no roadmap when the Lord Bearer heads are coming out.
Just hurry up and wait. Hurry up and wait.
And like, thank goodness that 3D printing guy. Did the STL. It's like, praise be.
Yeah, seriously. And like the amount of money that they were charging for those things too.
Oh yeah.
And you want often like 20 or 30 of them.
Yeah, you want like.
That's the problem I've run into with third-party bits, right? Like Liber Monica. Love Liber Monica. Spent hundreds of dollars on them. But then when you want to add to the army and keep the aesthetic going, you're like, fuck. Yeah.
You're not wrong. Some things, like if it's a character or something, you're okay. But when it starts being peppered around, like the helmets, it'll get you.
Yo.
What up?
Hello.
Not much yourself?
Good. You are on the live.
You are famous.
Ooh.
I wouldn't go that far. I'm just letting you
Always
famous.
wanted to be famous.
Just letting you know for the bad words,
People know you.
You're pretty. And out of courtesy, I'm letting you know. You hobbying?
Not
just
yet.
chilling?
Gotta look after the animals for a bit longer before I do that.
No worries. Good to have your company either way.
You guys see those Sisters releases?
I did. What's as a Sisters player? Exciting stuff or not exciting stuff or just kind of mediocre stuff?
I kind of really like two of them at least. That really spoke to me.
Was it the named characters?
Oh, you know how I love characters, yeah. Now the Penitent Engine 1 or Penitent 1, I got a ton of those models, so to be able to run them as a group and then get some good benefits from running them and kind of appealing. And like fight on death on a 2+ army wide's pretty solid.
No, that's fucking awful.
Well,
Yeah.
it's strong, but it's for one battle round. It's like a doctrine. It's like a Gladius Task Force style detachment.
Yeah,
Format.
there's probably a 1 CP strat to do it every turn with 1 unit.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, you're probably absolutely correct.
I was gonna say I was at work at the time. I didn't read it all. I thought it was just the army.
I believe you choose.
No, it's no. It's all game.
Is it really?
Each time a penitent model from your army is destroyed by a melee attack, if the model has not fought this phase, roll 1d6 on a 2+. Do not remove it from play.
What
The
happens?
destroyed model.
What happens if you scroll up and read above all of them?
I skipped that sentence. I'm looking at now.
I had a hunch. I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong about this. Pretty sure.
Oh yeah, I didn't read that sentence. I just read the 3 abilities and went, man, that's good.
Yeah, I still think
But
it's good. Like, I don't think it's
Yeah.
bad. Even at once per.
Doctrines. So, like, if they're gonna give sisters doctrines, I think they need to give them like the leftover ones.
What does that mean?
Like they do with everything. Well, they give them all, the leftover repurposed predators and this tank and that. So they should get like the doctrines that we used to use. They should get old ones.
Yeah, they only get them on
Old
their
devastator
penitent
ones.
units, though, it seems, which I would
Old
assume
dev
are the.
doctrine.
Yeah. Whereas the other one too, with the +1 strength within 12 and assault on everything. Now, the assault's not quite as good as it was or is currently in the Nexus one,
Yeah, it's about to be nerfed.
but it's still, I think, assault's still a pretty solid rule, and +1 strength at 12-inch range. And, strength 10 meltaguns. Flamethrowers will be really interesting to see what they look like, because they tend to be +1 strength already over normal flamethrowers. So if they maintain that higher stat line and get an additional +1 strength on top of that, like you're talking strength 5 hand flamers, strength 6 flamers, strength 7 heavy flamers. Like
That is
it's pretty
interesting.
simple.
Yeah, that is. It
Yeah.
doesn't. I'm not really riding a Salamander's wave at the moment, so I'm not perturbed by it personally. But it does. It does kind of suck for Salamander's flavors. That Salamander's detachment brings their flamers to Sisters parity, and now that detachment for the Sisters brings them up again. Just for that detachment, mind you, but still.
We'll see what the new codex looks like. I wouldn't be surprised if all the flamethrowers drop down 1 strength.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. I could see that happening. We're seeing a lot of that with codexes being released.
Still the penitent one to me. I just like the sounds of it. It gives me a reason to run all of those models all together now, and I got a good chunk of them too. So
yeah, it's sweet. I feel like those models are underrepresented. Everyone, I don't want to say everyone, but I feel like the hashtag cool option for the Sisters of Battle is the Nundums, the mech suits. It's all mech suits and tanks and Celestians, so I kind of like a detachment that's encouraging the units, which I would argue are more thematic.
Yeah, I hear you.
Super cool. And there was another one that gives you a double the miracle dice, right?
I know the one. I'd have to see it, but I believe you can use. Here it is. Here, 2 acts of faith per unit per phase, which could be pretty strong as well.
Yeah, depending on the other mechanics that are supporting that, it could be.
Yeah, to generate the
cheat twice as much. That's really strong.
Yeah.
So yeah, not disappointed by them, but yeah, I was thinking that Pennington one was very. It's like, this is ridiculous. +3 to your movement, +1 strength and attack, and you fight on death. I'm like, oh man, they're gonna be sick in hand to hand.
I still think they will be.
Yeah.
You'll just be a bit more. You have to be a bit more choosy with your perks. And I think Army is right. You probably are going to have that stratagem that all doctrine-based detachments use, where it's like, oh, give a doctrine to a unit even though you're not in that doctrine.
Yeah. So, well, we'll see. Guess it probably won't be this weekend. We're getting the codex, but the weekend after. Or?
Yeah, because it'll be on pre-order with GW this week.
Yep.
Then you'll get it next week. But then by that time, you'll see a new codex that you want to buy. And then you're fucked.
Well,
What
is?
I kid.
Yeah, I'm just curious. What is coming out after Sisters and Gene Stealer cults?
Is it the redacted one?
Probably. I don't. Maybe
Well,
that
that'll
Imperial
be
Agents rumor.
Imperial Agents, maybe Death Watch, if the rumors are true. Which would be, I hope it's not. I don't want to be pulled in two different directions.
Yep. And I'd also like to see a roadmap for what's to come because we're basically done now.
Yeah, the first
The
year
roadmap's an
roadmap done.
appreciated courtesy. Like I want more of that kind of stuff. I need to give these metal things a wash. It's a bit too bright. And I missed a spot too. Terrible.
Oh yeah, I got some shiny warp talons in front of me right now. I didn't have the, so my dog was either sick or just decided to be an asshole. So for the first time in, 7 years, she made a mess of my house. So then I was cleaning carpets and stuff, and then the basement wasn't a good play area last night, so I had to wait for Doc to get here before I set up the board, and by the time we got rolling and going, she was a late one.
Yeah, I get you didn't put them on a clock, did you either?
No. It was like it wasn't a combination. It wasn't him just being painfully slow.
Yeah.
I am admittedly a little bit slow right now because the army, again, another drawback is it's very meticulous because it crumbles. So.
Yeah, your mistakes are punished terribly.
Oh yeah.
You
As soon as you lose,
so.
every unit except for the cultists I throw away like, all the time.
As you do.
But everything else, it feels like losing 5 legionnaires feels like uh-oh. Like if it's not when you wanted to lose them, it's like, oh man, that wasn't good.
Did you end up keeping the Rhino when you went?
So I haven't made any list changes.
Gotcha.
I may the rhinos and the warp talons, or not the warp talons, the raptors are definitely on the old chopping block. Might gear towards fixed. We'll have to see with these new missions. I'm not really putting a ton of thought into it until I've had a look at a lot of them. My God, the secret missions.
Tell me.
Are fucking
tell me what
easy.
You've learned.
Oh. So one of them is, so the way it works is in the third turn, you can decide to do a secret mission, and then at that point you stop scoring. I believe you stop scoring your primary, and then your primary is capped at 40 instead of 50. But each secret mission is worth 20.
Oh, so you can you can swing it back if you've
so one of them is table your opponent. So So theoretically, say I'm dominating a certain somebody who prioritizes blasting over gameplay. I don't know anyone like that, but and you know, I'm pumping them on primary, but I'm going to get tabled. Well, they can take this card. They can say, forget the primary. I'm just going to try to table you even harder for a bonus 20 points. One of the other ones is have your warlord on the enemy objective at the end of the game. 20 points.
Do you have to reveal what
No,
you've
they're
drawn?
secret.
Oh,
They
yeah,
are
obviously.
secret.
They're called secrets,
Keep
right?
it secret.
Yeah, right. It's in the name.
Keep
Of
it
course.
safe. Keep it safe. Yeah. What was another one? I'd have to look. Those are the two I remember off the top of my head. But you can definitely you can plan around them for sure.
You can probably list
You're like,
build
all right,
towards them, right?
I'm not gonna push too hard for primary. I'm gonna aim to get 20 primary in the first 3 turns, and then I'm gonna go for this one. One is hold all the objectives in no man's land
At the end of the game.
at the end of the game.
Yeah, no. The most primary you don't score turn 1, and if you're not scoring at turn 3, 4, and 5, you're really not going to score too many on primary though.
No,
Good point.
you score at turn 2 and 3, and then your secret mission kicks in turn 4.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you chose at turn 3, which I assumed would mean that you're no longer scoring primaries because you've
I'm
chosen to
pretty.
switch from.
I'd have to look, but yeah, you might be right. You might only get 2 turns to score, but um, I'd have to check. Like I said, I was just watching a breakdown of it, and my brain doesn't retain specifics very well. It's on the Warhammer community. Now I'm curious. I'm just gonna look it up. The old Warcom.
Well, I appreciate you doing the intel gathering.
Yeah,
there.
they revealed all of the secret missions. Super happy that they were so stupid to take away um, actions in the first place,
Oh yeah. Yeah, when I watched the video of the Meta Watch guy, the game designer guy, I forget his name. Yeah, they're like, yeah, now we've added some definitions for what actions are. And I'm watching it like, yeah, you already had it in place.
Yeah. Like was there and then you took away because you're
Yeah.
stupid.
What's the adage? Selling you solutions to problems they created, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see here. Scroll.
It's a lot
What?
of scrolling.
Wasn't there?
How many of these missions are there?
It didn't show it on that one.
Is this an injure leak?
What's that?
This an injure leak?
No. I'm just gonna pull up the Art of War video,
Gotcha.
and then they had screen grabs from. I don't know where they found it. So it was obviously released because they were reviewing,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, someone's leaked it, or I would
Nah,
assume
they don't
on
do.
Friday.
They don't.
Oh, they don't.
They don't do leak stuff.
Oh, Art of War doesn't do leak stuff. Okay then. Then it must have been published maybe on Facebook or something.
I think it was on. I'm pretty sure it was a Warcom thing. It's just how it is trying to find stuff on Warcom.
Okay, no, fair enough. Fair enough.
Is it behind their paywall? Did I watch it? Of course, I can't find it now.
Maybe this is just misinformation.
No, I watched. I'm not that crazy.
I swear, I'm not crazy.
So sometimes when things go live, you can watch them, but then if you didn't watch the live stream, they go behind a paywall.
For Art of War?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But
Maybe it's
here's
one of those situations. Sounds likely. I know you would never intentionally deceive.
Ah.
I keep finding more bone areas. Like, I keep thinking I've got them all, and then
Found it.
oh, good.
Aha.
Nice.
Okay.
Regale me
all
with
right.
your knowledge.
1. All right. When? End of battle. So that's when you score it. But let's see when they start. Hang on a second. So I'm going to go back. All right. These look like the rules here. All right. So there's no random. Unlike Gambits, they replace secret missions are kept hidden until the end of the game. At the end of the third battle round. So you score
End of
your
turn 3.
So you got 3 turns to score primary, basically 2. You pick one in there worth 20 points. All right, so the first 2. Command insertion. When? End of battle. Your warlord is within range of 1 or more objective markers in your opponent's deployment zone that you control. 20 points. When? End of battle. 1 or more battle line units from your army are within the opponent's deployment zone, and the following conditions apply. There are no battle line units from your opponent's army on the battlefield. Every battle line unit from your opponent's army that is on the battlefield is within your opponent's deployment zone. So you put 1 battle line unit from your army in their deployment zone, and you kill all their battle line units, 20 points. So what if nobody? What if an army doesn't bring any battle line?
Mm-hmm.
I leave this.
Now it's
I
not
go back
random,
into
at least.
reserve. Yeah. This one. End of the battle. There are no enemy units from your opponent's army on the battlefield. 20 points.
That's possible.
Or every unit from your opponent's army that is on the battlefield meets 1 or more of the following conditions. Is battle shocked, is below half strength, is more than 3 inches away from all objective markers. And the last one, end of battle, you control 3 or more objective markers that are not within your deployment zone.
Oh, so there's not a huge selection. That's good.
But they're all doable.
Mm-hmm.
They're all
And I
doable.
understood them all. I understood them all. Unlike the other ones where I read them 14 times and I'm like, hang on a second. Let me get a master's degree and then I'll come on back.
You didn't like to have someone in each corner of the board, then roll double 6s. You didn't like that one? Then
That's the only one I understood.
Yeah, make me screw
Have
up
you
my
read the
tape.
other one? I'm going to read it to you. See if your big brain can figure it out. One try. Oh, my cards up there. My cards are probably in the room that I was in. Yep. All right. Here we go. All right. Gambit. Okay. Delaying tactics. All right. Your distraction target will be equal to half the number of enemy units that are within engagement range of 1 or more units from your army, rounding up. At the end of your 5th turn, if your distraction target is less than 4, it is increased to 4.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know. At the end of your 5th turn, roll 1d6 for each enemy unit that is within engagement range of 1 or more units from your army. Add 1 to the result if the enemy unit is battle shocked. Subtract 1 if 1 or more enemy units that are within engagement range of it are battle shocked. On a 4+, that enemy unit was successfully delayed. If the number of enemy units that has been successfully delayed is greater than or equal to your distraction target, this gambit is successfully completed. I don't care. What? I don't care.
Yeah, at that
Too
point, I'll
much.
just lose. I don't care.
Yes,
I understand what you're saying. That's funny.
that's the worst one. The other ones aren't too bad, but that one I'm like, I don't care. It's too much. I don't. What? Hang on. Give me a piece of paper. There's had to have been an easier way to write that rule, surely, right?
Yeah, I don't. I imagine so. I'd imagine so. Funny.
I think I broke Bigler. It was too confusing for him.
No, I'm still here.
Just taking it all in.
Yeah. No, I think the new deck will be pretty interesting though.
They
I
changed
do like the idea
submissions.
of battle.
I'm super glad I didn't buy one of those maps with the deployment zone on it.
Oh, they're modified now?
Yeah.
Apparently, there's only
Really?
one with an angle on it, a diagonal one, and they haven't said for certain which one it's going to be, but it sounds like it'll probably be the one where you go from corner to half will be the one in it. But the one that's on the shorter corner to half, the one that's a long map from half to corner is probably gone.
Really? I kind of like that one, if I'm honest.
And then a rumor is that they're gonna put some Sigmar ones in, like the stepped ones, the ziggy-zaggy kind of.
Ooh, fun. Fun stuff. We'll see if it's a good idea
But
or a bad
if
idea.
I spent $100 on a mat with the deployment zones on it, it would be grumpy.
Yeah. Well, you know, you can always play Leviathan. I'm sure you're very much would want to after this comes out.
And honestly, though, like having the deployment zones on the map is it's a really nice quality of life.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
If I have to buy a mat every 3 years, fine. But yeah, and I'm not against different deployment zones. I do think it's fun, and I do think it like shakes up all these guys who automatically know where they're going to deploy and stuff. But just like as a consumer, like. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Burned again, man.
Yeah,
I didn't do it.
For
That's
casual play, it's not the worst idea, right? Why not mix in a few Leviathan deployments?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
But obviously for organized play,
I'm sure some of them will be the same. Sure, I'm sure.
Yeah, right. That's not.
It's been burnt quite a bit this edition already from units going to Legends and that. So
yeah,
don't really want too many more.
No. Yeah, it's been rough for that.
Hey, it's gonna start to rain, boys. You gonna go back inside? No, but I do like the idea of bonuses for the battle lines. Looks pretty neat. Some of them actually are going to be very good bonuses, like giving assault ability to do actions again for battle line, or
first turn rapid ingress.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or first turn deep strike.
Yeah. Now it's pretty limiting at 200 points, but
10 Legionnaires.
Yep.
Inky stuff.
10 Legionnaires is not bad.
Dude, 10 10 Rubicon? Or Rubric Marines? Dude, I don't know if that's under 200 though. But
Your little flags, Mr. Kuiper,
yeah.
they actually are not
Like
bad.
that.
So they're going to be a
It's going
mission
to be a
roll.
lot. It's going to be a lot tougher now, though.
To what?
Raise the banner, because you can only raise a banner once per objective. So if you put it up and get it tore down, you can't put it back up again.
Can you
Yeah,
tear
but
them
it's
down?
a mission roll. It's a mission roll. It's just an extra thing. Like you'll still draw your cards. It's not a card. It's like servo skulls.
Oh shit! Yeah, okay. Chilling Rain. That I didn't realize that.
And Chilling Rain is
Okay.
gone.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, what's the point of a card? You know what I mean?
But the cool thing about the banners is that they go towards your secondary, and it's harder to set. It's harder, in my opinion, to max your secondary than your primary.
Yeah.
So it's nice, a little bump up, like especially you don't get that first turn draw, and you can score a couple 2 or 3 points by raising banners.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think
So
that's
you're
a smart way to go about it. And then it doesn't overlap with the secret objectives, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to dig into that deck a little bit once I get my hands on it. So it sounds like there's quite a bit of change.
Yeah. There will be some of the same cards, but apparently even on the cards that are the same, they've clarified like the scoring. Like the old area denial argument, like how confusing it was. Like
Wholly within 6, within 3.
but not wholly within, and yeah, just like a very badly worded card, right?
Mm-hmm.
So be good. I'm hoping it's better, because like you the first one as like their first try, and the second try better. I am worried about the secret missions being like game
Well,
breaking.
one other thing I'd maybe like to see too, depending on what the different missions or different secondaries are, maybe have more of them that you can't draw on turn 1.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Like to take your enemy's backfield objective.
exactly, yeah. Like to me, that doesn't make
you're gonna plan that into your army. Fuck you, Scary.
yeah. You ever playing on tabling the guy turn 1 or taking out? Yeah, it doesn't make like there's not a lot of them, but I feel like instead of just the 2, there should probably be 4 or 5 you can't draw turn 1.
Wait, hold on. Enlighten me here. Like, why? How am I supposed to get my enemy's backfield objective turn 1?
Well, that's
Scout move
uh,
9,
wor-
and then move
world
9,
eaters,
and then
yeah.
charge on a search and destroy map kind of thing.
Yeah. There's
Hypermobile
army
army.
there's
Shoot,
armies that can
shoot.
do it,
Yeah. Scout,
but
shoot,
there's
shoot.
some armies can't do it. Like it's impossible. So,
Yeah.
which is why I'd like to see him not be there. But
Well, man, like with the assault keyword going down the tubes, like things that are fast and mobile to do objectives are going to be at a premium again. So we're going to see fucking Eldar tick up again.
yeah, it kind of puts a damper on running fucking. Pardon the language. Running the Raiders.
It's still good. But
The mobility is awesome, but yeah, it's just
the action scoring is
yeah. It just a little bit of a hurt. Well, I got one game out of it, so
We can get another one on Sunday.
yeah, I haven't really decided what I'm gonna run yet. As far as the detachment, might go back to the Forge again.
That's the Vashtor one, right? Soul Forge.
Still a Forge, yeah.
Perfect. Just kill yourself.
To be honest, I find even that game against Aaron, um, basically, I did all the wounds to myself essentially.
Yeah, I think it's like table your opponent before you kill yourself.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
find I have.
I've been doing a shit ton of damage to myself. Like last night, I probably did 10 wounds or so to 3 predators all by myself.
I can't. I don't know if it was the weekend, but maybe it was against Chris, where both my Forge Fiend died from killing themselves, all 12 wounds.
Oh god. Sounds
Yeah,
extremely unlucky.
You need
that
to
well,
you need to run
I,
like 10 warp smiths.
Get out of here.
oh,
One
and
free.
I do like the idea of the +4 movement on one of them. I think that's a great rule. And it's fairly inexpensive, but to have a warp smith move in 10 inches is pretty solid.
Is that in the Soul Forge, that enhancement?
Yeah, something about the Mechandrels help you move faster, +4 to
Oh,
your movement.
Dr. Octopus. Sick!
Yeah.
Now, sadly, the Lord Discordant doesn't have the warp smith keyword anymore.
Ah. But he didn't
Used to.
gain vehicle either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be something I'd like to see.
Yeah, he's mounted. The best keyword.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a stratagem or two geared towards them.
I
Because it's
learned something. Oh, go ahead.
what's that?
Oh, so I never ran Gladius. So I was listening to a Codex review, and they were talking about the reactive move. So Alpha Legion has one, and the Veterans Detachment has one. I
Yep.
did not realize that you can react a move back into a transport.
Yes, because I think one of them for the Raiders actually mentions that you cannot go into a transport from your reactive move. Or
Yeah,
maybe it's not a
mine.
reactive move; it's like a fallback from or something.
Yeah, the fallback one from the Raiders is pretty spicy because you can fall back your full movement.
Mm-hmm.
The reactive move is only D6.
Yeah, and that I think that's one of the ones where the mounted unit could go 12, I believe.
Yeah, or Warp Towns, or
Yeah, or Lord Discordant.
yeah. Oh,
Actually, I don't think the Warp Talons would be able to move 12. I think they could only move 6. I think it specifically says infantry can move 6, mounted move 12.
oh, okay. I don't have it in front of me.
Good to know. Good to know, right?
I double check. Ryan isn't always very precise on his
No,
reading.
I tend to only read what I want to see.
Fall back, amazing. 2
Renegade
inches.
Raiders,
Oh,
here it is. Where is it? If your unit is not within engagement range of one or more enemy units, it can make a normal move of up to 6 inches or up to 12 inches if it's a mounted unit. Otherwise, your unit can make a fallback move. It cannot embark within a transport at the end of the move.
Otherwise, it can make a fallback move.
If okay, yeah, true.
So you can fall back the full.
Yeah, but that's kind of a separate category because the first one is at the end of your fight phase you can move, or you can use the same stratagem to do a fallback. And you
can get
can
your Warp Talons out of dodge, theoretically, then.
well
If you don't wipe your unit. So they
yeah
fight.
if
then you fall back
if
in
they're stuck
there.
in hand to hand, then you can fall back 12 at the end of the fight.
You fight, they fight, then you use the strat to fall back. You activated, you come off the board.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty spicy.
Yeah, because they're no longer in engagement range at the end of the fight phase. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they were activated.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you can embark into a transport, but only if you didn't disembark from that from a transport that turn.
Okay, so you can't get out, hit, get back in.
And yeah. Yeah, that'd be dirty too.
Do you like to save the warp towns on a failed hit and run?
Yeah.
Good for those gambles, you know. You're going to something a little hardier, a little iffy.
Yeah, I might rejig the list. I might try to switch out one of the predators for a vindicator, a little chonkier. Might go for fixed, drop some things.
Yep.
Raptors.
I think if you can make the Deceptors work, it's a fair concession, you know?
Yeah, it's just gonna take the practice. All of the practice.
Well, you get enough games into
Do
make
I?
it possible, I think. I think so. Well, I don't know. I feel like you play more than anyone else I know.
Yeah, but the people you know don't play very much.
Yeah.
I'd love to like play 3 times a week every week. When I'm like practicing for a tournament and like getting those bonus reps in, or when I was off work there, I'm like, I felt tight. Now when I'm playing, I made like 2 bonehead mistakes in the first turn against Doc, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so rusty, like so mad, like just stupid stuff, like forgetting objectives and what I was doing. It's like I'd engage and teleport homers. Could have easily done both. Almost blew them both. Forgot to deploy, and then made a charge that almost ruined. So I'm just like, why? Oh, you're an idiot.
Yeah, I'd like to be able to squeeze in more, but I feel like the only way I could get even 2 games in would be if I
Divorce?
played 2 games really fast on Sunday. And then maybe add like an hour to the whole day, but be able to play 2 games.
Yeah, well, let's see. I was gonna message Jeremy to see what time the store is opening.
Yeah,
Well, I
he
think in
wants
the
to
other
open later,
channel
right?
they mentioned 11 o'clock.
Okay, 11 o'clock's fine. That's good. Why are some of the other guys going?
I don't know. I think it was Alex or something. And what the hell's the other guy's name?
I know who you're talking
Uh,
about.
yeah, I think Alex asked Jeremy, and Jeremy told him that he's allocated Sundays from 11 till 5 for Warhammer. Or he's penciled it in or something. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm on number 10. Number 10! True.
Look at you now.
Let's go.
That gaming space looks pretty good though. Like it's gonna be huge.
Great. Whole
Looks
second floor.
real good.
Looks
Yeah.
good.
Is that the 3rd floor? Like if
No.
you walk in, there's the split up. That's not
Yeah,
the split on the upper.
It is.
Yes. That is it.
Really?
Yep.
I thought it was the next floor
Nope.
up from there, where I've never actually seen before.
No.
Okay.
You've seen the 3rd floor.
Because I feel like there was a floor, at least one floor in between the one where we used to play upstairs.
No,
And-
there was a back room. Like, there was a back room.
Okay, I thought it was a whole nother floor, like a
Wow,
large floor.
big. It's
There
big.
is. There's a floor, the floor above the main store and below their home, or is that it might be part of their home? There's a whole floor there.
It's the same floor. It's the same middle floor. It's just big. It used to be like a clubhouse.
Clubhouse.
Well, either way, it looks. If he
It looks
keeps it
great.
clean like that and doesn't clutter the walls with shit,
I
it'll be
don't
a
think.
nice size space.
I think. Yeah, I think the intention is to leave it just like that.
Without all those shelves wall to wall, right? Like it used to have.
Yeah, I mean they stripped it all on purpose. Like they took it down to brick for the aesthetics, and then they sealed the brick, I think. Yeah, it looks really good. Mhm.
Running a pile of Legionnaires, so this week. I shouldn't say pile. Probably gonna run 6 units at least, so 5. Just
Perfect. My work talents can mulch them, no problem.
yeah. But I find because I've still got a lot to work on getting painted. Every list I make ends up looking almost the same.
You like what
Yeah.
you like, right?
Yeah, and I always put a Mauler fiend or two in at the beginning, and rarely have one in at the end.
I want to see this home field holding Mauler Fiend.
Yeah, well, it is tempting, but I keep getting stuck on the fact. Well, damn it, I still kind of have to have cultists to make it sticky. But what can you do?
You don't have to.
You can run 60 cultists like me.
Yeah, and how important is it going to be in the new missions holding your own home field objectives the whole time?
Yeah, true.
Now, I suspect it will be very important, but who knows?
Yeah, I was like really kind of like bummed that they teased them and then I thought it was going to be months before those missions came out, and I'm very happy they're coming out immediately.
I mean, all said and done, it might end up being like a month, right?
No, no, it'll be a week Saturday probably.
No, I mean like from when they first previewed it.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I thought it was going to be much longer.
Yeah, yeah. My assumption was the same. It would be like.
And it's a hit for them, though, man. To see how everyone bought one up, basically.
Yeah, he texted me. He's like, "What is this?" And I'm like, "Yo, it's like the new season. It's the rules." He's like, "Oh, okay." He's like, "Maybe I'll grab an extra." I'm like, "I'd grab like two or three, or like they'll sell, man." I said they're good for a year.
You need them to play, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I do
Yeah.
think they
You tell
legitimately
them to get two or
improved.
three extra, but then it's like, oh shit, everyone got their own
Nah,
online. No, I
nah,
do think it's something
like
you probably need at least one on the shelf.
Yeah, I
yeah, I
think
would
it's a.
keep one of those on the shelf.
No, I was surprised by that
And then
too.
like
Everyone,
Darren didn't pre-order one, so
so and he would just buy it because he'd feel bad even if he had 3 of them already.
yeah.
Oh, you bought it for me? Oh, I have 3, but I'll get it. I love them.
Get out, cat. Get out. Get out of here. This is not your room, kitty cat. Oh, it immediately starts purring. I'm picking you up to kick you out. Here, let's go see your food bowl. Oh, gosh.
Painting these scales on this possessed here. I don't think it needs all that much. Just got a single layer on each.
Contrast that shit.
No way, bro.
I
No
am
way.
Kyle. I'm an artist. I don't use those cheap things.
Contrast is for glazing, okay? That's what it's for.
Fuck me. You think you're better than us?
Anyways,
Oh, that was a slow answer. That was a slow answer, folks at home.
Moving on, in other news.
Kiefer the Mighty. Jeez. This peasant's over here using contrast paint.
Hold on. I'm not hating on contrast. It's perfectly fine. It's just I can't just start using contrast halfway.
Why do one step when you could do 14?
It's true. It's true. Look, if you're trying to paint an army as fast as possible, contrast, speed paints, and all the like are the right way to go. 100%. I won't deny that. But I'm enjoying painting, you know?
Remember that time you licked your brush and wet blended panels on vehicles for months, and then I did the same thing in 30 seconds with an airbrush?
Not true.
Exact same. You heard it here first.
Definitely not.
You heard it here first.
Definitely not.
Actually, I heard from very, very important people that know things that they liked the airbrush better.
Oh yeah, people have poor
Listen,
taste.
listen,
Real talk.
why
I
would
tried.
someone-
I tried to panel shade I succeeded, right? So I'm not trying to frame this negatively. So I did panel shade a Storm Raven for the Salamanders with an airbrush, but between how temperamental the airbrush was, between all the masking I had to do between each panel, I felt like it just wasn't worth it. I'd rather just chill out with a fat-bodied brush, right? And just paint some.
7 hours of my life.
Look, it's about the journey, right? It was fun. I mean, it's a cool looking tank.
I didn't know you had a Storm Raven.
Yep, I used it at like twice. It was like a cheap Kijiji pickup, like an 8th edition, you know? It was one of those.
I bet planes go to Legend in 11th.
Yep, I can see that. They don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
They can't be bothered to make them work, so
They really
might as
struggle
well
with them.
for their competitive gaming system.
In every single edition, they can't figure out what to do, and they're always broken at some point.
Yeah, well, in this edition, it's just the rules, the core rules are stacked so against them. It's just they don't have a chance. When you can just place models so they can't even go on the board so easily, like the board's not as
But
big
they
as it used
still
to be, you know?
they ignore the terrain rules. They're just the true line of sight. I see you, I shoot you. They still have the old towering rule.
I still would you say though that I mean that is a benefit certainly, but I don't. You would know this better than me. Like, are they desired because of that?
I mean, well, it's definitely good. They're just very expensive. Mr. fucking Scary's running them and kicking the shit out of people, but I mean, that's him.
He's not your average sample.
No, he's won two GTs with two whatever the Dark Elder ones are, Void Rim Bombers or something.
Yeah, that's the one that drops the bomb. The bomber. I wouldn't.
Yeah, so I won't be running out and buying any more Helldrakes.
Yeah. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not about to finish my second one there, and the first one, yeah, I don't know if you've seen it in 2 editions.
I don't know if I've ever seen you run it.
No.
Not in a while, at least.
No, you like your tracked vehicles.
Yeah, which I keep lining up some predators and like full size vindicators, and that as much as I like the old school one, how tiny it is and what it fits,
Yeah,
how it fits
because
on the
yeah.
board. But
Yeah. Oh, I wish
I
our
just feel
resident
like the
World
newer one
multiplayer
looks
was
so much
playing.
better than. It's just I like how chunky it is.
Yeah, I like the 30K one. If I buy another one, I'm gonna buy the 30K one.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's I'd lean that way with almost all the tanks for the Iron Warriors.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, rep that old tech.
Mm.
I dig it.
If I spend the money to buy a Predator or a Vindicator, I'll be buying those ones.
They're more detailed too, and
They come
just
with it more options
yeah,
too,
better looking
more
havoc
bits.
launchers. Like the
Yeah,
the aesthetics of the chaos havoc launcher is really bad.
yeah.
Looks it looks a bit awkward, and the size of it, you think it'd do way more damage.
Right? You think it's shooting like six giant crack missiles?
Hmm. The 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 Deimos upgrade havoc launcher. If I'm not even sure if it is a havoc launcher, but it's definitely more suitable for a havoc launcher.
Yeah. Oh my, oh my. I think we're done the first coat of trim.
Oh, look at you now.
I'm the captain now.
You did it.
All right. I don't even want to look at them for a minute. I'll look for things I missed after.
You just need a moment where you think they're done.
Oh, they're not done, but you know, they're they are trimmed.
Look, it's progress, okay? You're doing it.
It's big progress, bro.
I,
Big progress.
I knew you had it in you. I never doubted you. Not once.
I don't know. I heard
Despite
your
what
live
others have
stream the
said.
other day. You were trash talking.
That is fake news.
I'm sure I missed some trim here and there, but that's okay.
Well, we can paint the tail so it looks sharp. That could be cool. That could be real cool. So how many Legionaries are you running, Biggs?
Well, like it's gonna be minimum. Probably go the minimum of 30. But
Minimum of
I
30.
don't know. I don't know. I gotta finish off like two more, and I could run 50. And one of them's just about done. So realistically, I need to get one guy done between now and Sunday.
I'm running.
But I don't think I'm gonna run the full 50. It's just a little excessive.
No, my warp towns welcome it. I can mulch five legionnaires at a time, no problem.
Yeah, potentially.
I think that's once you're at 10. I think it becomes harder, especially
I,
if you
I
have
think if it's a 10-man unit, yeah. If it's a 5-man unit, I should probably live.
10-man units, baby.
Yeah, they would launch a 5-man unit for sure.
Oh yeah. They're unfortunately less scary than I had hoped.
I think you're just putting them into hard targets. I think they're still scary.
Yeah, that's an entirely possible thing.
Like, how were they against Beretti's Tau, right? Against the Fire Warriors and such. I think like those are the perfect units for them to go into.
Actually, they mulch suits okay too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like a
they're
horror
only
movie, you know? They drop
really
in.
like the suits are only like T5.
Only T5, so you're running on 5-0 rolling.
Fours.
Warp Talons are
strength.
Warp Talons are strength 5?
Yes.
Ooh, that is pretty good. I did not know that. Oh, that means against Iron Warriors, their Legion trait comes into effect, or whatever, their detachment roll. Oh no, it's only shooting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I think I'll do a little dry brush. A little controlled dry brush on the scales. I don't have a
control. You can control a dry brush. You are a wizard.
You can do a controlled.
You're a wizard.
Okay, Hagrid.
It's good.
Okay.
Hey, Bits, come.
Did you name your dog Bits because you like collecting bits in Warhammer?
Because he's only a bit of a dog.
That's actually pretty good. I approve.
Rinse cup is getting pretty dirty. Need fresh water. Nice. You get to listen for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, it's very atmospheric. It's like you're in
There you go.
The rainy season.
Just pretend I'm a weatherman. Oh man, I can't wait for my Magnarak to come. Got all my cultists sorted into the little slider trees. When they die, I just slide them right back in. It's all organized.
Let's go, Tippy.
It's quite nice.
Do you have a date on when it's coming?
It's coming.
I have
Cool.
no idea.
Oh, it'll be a surprise. Fun.
I has no idea.
It's looking pretty good, I think.
Yeah, it looks alright. I see it on stream.
Nice.
Not your
Nice.
best. Not your best, Rick.
Definitely not my best. I agree with that.
Get out of here, cat. Get out of here, cat. I just kicked you out. As soon as you hear that door open, you come running back. This cat is starved for attention with the wifey away. Just starved. Yeah. Right, meow meow? You're just starved for attention.
I can hear her.
You can hear her purring.
Yeah.
Love me. Love me.
Sounds like a good cat.
If you like being sat on all the time. Alright.
Get some gnome oil in these backpack vents. Now we can put some on here too. That doesn't hurt. Sometimes a bit of wash helps everything kind of blend, you know? Marries everything together.
I'm nulling up some stuff as we speak. Doing the old dark commune.
I think I'm nearly ready for some wash steps here. Got some sepia wash on the horns and hexwraith on our green hearts, and then we're back into decal health. Yes, indeed, McFatson. It is a Daughters of Cain. Kit Bash, little conversion Kit Bash. What is the line between a conversion or a Kit Bash? That's a good question.
I think conversion was always considered like customization, like green stuffing or sculpting, and kit bashing was just a lesser art that you did with combining multiple kits.
Lesser art.
Yeah.
That's funny. Yeah, okay. I guess, yeah, so then this would be a Kit Bash. There might be like seam, like green stuffing just for the seams, but not any sculpting. That does not count. There's a bit of Demonette Kit Bash in there too, which is pretty cool. I think it's pretty unique. I think that's an original creation.
You didn't copy him?
Nope. I'm pretty transparent whenever I copy a concept. Or
Oh yeah, I'll steal an idea or two if it's good. Worth stealing.
oh hell yeah! If it makes your stuff better, I mean, sure. You know,
Flattery, right?
Yeah, people generally, I've only ever seen people get flattered by
Yeah.
their stuff being copied, including my own. It's never something like, oh, why are you copying what I did? It's so cringe, right? Get out of here. What is this? Yeah, I actually shouldn't have put the wash all over the horns. I should have kept it just near the base. You can probably do that for the fingernails too.
1, 2, 3. Okay. All right. When those guys dry, I'm going to put them on bases.
They're ready?
Mostly ready.
Exciting.
They look pretty okay. I still think I kind of like that Gaunt's Ghost idea we were talking about, but for now, for the short term, you know, I only have so many hobby hours in the day.
Yep.
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
What was that?
I thought you were calling her a night there, but I
Oh,
think
no.
to myself I will be calling it a night.
Alrighty.
Either way,
Oh, good to have your
I'm gonna
company,
go
dude.
you guys have a good
soonish.
one, and we'll talk to you on the weekend probably.
Sounds good,
Yeah,
buddy.
see you
Take care.
Sunday.
See.
All right.
Okay, we'll get some hex wraith. What time are we at? Okay, 9:30.
9:30.
Not the
I'll
worst.
probably pack her in. I've had a couple late nights.
Yeah, no worries. I won't be streaming as long as I did yesterday.
Yeah, I was playing and I saw you up late. I tossed it on in the background.
Oh, nice. I appreciate that.
Didn't have time to troll or
No,
make sarcastic humor.
Oh, that was probably killing you, huh?
Yes. Yes, it was.
You know what? Because he's a half man, there's not a lot of room for glowing runes, so it actually saves more time as well, which is pretty cool. While I'm here, though, I could use up some of this. I think I got quite a bit more skeleton bone on my palette still. So I shouldn't let that go to waste. So I'll just sort of haphazardly just stipple it all over. The problem with these ruined bases is like getting the paint in the runes.
Yeah. I
Sometimes it
like when
doesn't
I
want
was
to go in
doing the
there.
glow. Yeah, when I was doing the glowing ones, I was Doc told me to water down the acrylic ink medium,
Oh,
and then
that
if
would
you
be
get it
good.
real thin, yeah, when you get it real thin, it'll just suck right into those. I was like, do you know how much time I've spent on this? And now you tell me?
Brutal.
Our friends, they're not very useful.
Keeping the knowledge to himself.
Yep.
Okay, while that's settling, we'll do some decals. I think what's the word? Should there be chaos runes on the body of the snake? Or just the armor like everybody else? This is only a half. It's just a torso.
Did you do a torso just so you didn't have to paint so much trim?
No, I thought it'd be a
Tell me
fun
the truth.
conversion.
Tell me the truth.
Honestly, I swear. I swear, it's the truth.
I don't know if I trust you.
Yeah, I only have one snake body because my buddy bought the Daughters of Cain. My one Drukhari friend. I feel like everybody has a Drukhari friend that doesn't play Warhammer.
Wonder why.
Yeah, it's a weird commonality in our group. I don't know why that is. But anyways, he bought the he was doing a conversion or kit bash for Slith.
Oh yeah, because they don't make them.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think at the time he could take multiple Slith in a unit instead of just like one. So he's like, "Oh, why would
I think
why would
the
I have
courts at the court of Archon, I think, can have one or two. And
Okay, yeah, so maybe it's the same then. But in any case, he had one body spare, so he's like, "Oh, here, you have it." I'm like, "Oh, I will put it to use."
thanks, man.
Yeah, it was one of those. I was like, "Oh, what a sweet bit to just have." Because like you, I am a fan of the bits for
Oh,
conversions
yeah.
and kit bashes. Right?
Absolutely, it really helps with. I don't know. Like I find it like with the creative process. I mean, it makes a big mess, but you sit there and you go through all your bits and you get your ideas, and I like it.
Oh yeah, dude, it like
I like it.
it's very satisfying when you're like, "Oh, I have a conversion in mind, and I know I have the bit for this," right?
Yeah. Or for me, like I flip through the bits and it starts to get the get it rolling. You know, I'm like,
Ooh,
oh,
the
I know what I
possibilities
can use
reveal
that for.
themselves.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
That's true too.
All right. Predators are starting to come alive. I like. All right. I like.
Oh, your parts turn out?
Oh, I just raised the, so I found that like the turrets were a little low. No. So I just raised them just a smidge, just a tiny little smidge. And, I mean, well, maybe they do look high now. I don't know.
As long as you got clearance over the hatches, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes those can look awkward.
I reserve the right to change it, but for now, it's fine. I'll probably do 1 and 1. See which one I like better.
Wonder if a bit of edge highlighting on these panels would look good. Oh, I think it does. Which means
You've got to do it on 20 of them.
I'm just gonna do on the main panels, not all like all the surface area of the scales is too much, and some of them are a bit undefined. I guess it's a modeling kind of
Choice.
choice, yeah. kind of softer scales. So just these ones on the belly, I think. Oh boy. Maybe we should do the side ones too. Just because they're there. And they're forward facing also. So it'll probably be worthwhile. They'll have that impact. It's kind of the money shot, right?
Ah, shit. It's better lower. Can you even tell? I'm gonna know. It's gonna bother me. Alright, off you come.
Sounds like you're making a difficult but correct choice.
Ah! I'd raised the turret because I thought it needed clearance, and now I'm like, maybe it looks a little high. And I looked at the other one, I'm like, yeah, it looks high. So I'm taking my spacer off.
Fair enough.
I'm like, it won't bother me. It bothered me. Immediately.
Immediately.
And wait for it to bleed. Yep, cut myself. Fuck's sakes.
Oh no.
You know those X-Acto knife cuts. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, dude. I got
You
my
slice
fair
and then
share.
you just wait. Yeah, you just wait. There we go.
I've had my share of those. That's for sure. Oh, this one is sloppily cut.
Sloppity. What time is it? I should head to bed here soon. I've had late nights.
No worries. You don't have to feel pressured. It's okay.
I always do. You're always doing the peer pressure.
No.
Always. Your viewers drop in half when I leave.
That's your. Yeah. They may. You're just too. You're too cool of a guy. Like, when you leave the stream, it's like there's nothing to watch anymore. You know.
Yeah. Who will entertain us? Hello, Avery. There's an Avery.
Avery
rude.
Barrow. A usual.
Say hello.
A usual. A familiar face, if you will. What's going on? We're just chilling. Just decaling. Decaling some snake men. Or a snake man. I might have pulled off too many decals here. Now that I'm applying them. I realize these shoulder pads don't leave much much room. I also wonder if should the demonette mask here, should that be glowing green? Like the eyes and the mouth? That's a question.
I'm waiting for it to turn on my screen.
Yeah. Because like if you look at the front, lots of glowing details plus the decals I'm adding.
Yeah. It does look kind of plain Jane.
Yeah.
Nothing against Jane. All right, I should probably call her there.
No problemo, dude. Good hustle.
Thanks for the hang.
All right, back at you, buddy.
Bye.
Later. And now that he is gone, I shall leave that server. Is it worthwhile queuing up some music, chat? That's the question. It's really a question for me. I don't know actually how much you guys enjoy listening to what I'm listening to. I'm considering in the future to maybe not broadcast music I'm playing if it's not something that's really, if it's doing more damage than good, you know? If that makes sense. Why do I have a Discord notification? Weird. Well, it's nothing important. Let's see. What can we do? Maybe just play something. Play something a little chill to provide a bit of ambiance. There's gotta be something on my YouTube homepage here. Oh man. The algorithm here isn't feeding me anything. It's almost like they don't want to recommend the extended music, and I wonder if that's... Okay, here, we got sky level music. Maybe this is good. Might be a bit loud though. Let me lower this a bit. Where is the sweet spot? So I don't want it too loud for me either, or else it's a bit hard to think. I want it in the background. Which, that should be all right now. Okay, so we got some... No space on his helmet because of all the trim. Man, all these decals are going to go to waste. Definitely got over eager. Jeez. Or we can have one here. Oh, you know what? I never washed that. Jeez, terrible. Terrible. I have a special mixed blend for the word bearers scheme. That just kind of glazes and darkens things. It's Lammy Medium, Coralberg Crimson, and Nuln Oil. Mixed in a... I don't know what the ratio would be. I usually always mix my stuff to taste anyways. Okay, let's decal back. And we can do a little bit of trim cutting here. Oh, geez. I don't know if I love that spot. Yeah, this is probably better. This is probably better, right? Oh yeah, Army never got back to me. To the 6 concurrent viewers watching, what are we saying for making these glow? Maybe he did get back to me. I think he was in favor of it, right? But what does chat think? Are we feeling that add some glowing areas here? Also, should there be glowing runes on the body or only on the armor? I think down here is fairly inoffensive, but should the organic areas have our glowing runes? That's the question. I noticed this one's drifted to a place I would not want it. I gotta fix that. Oh, come on, stop fighting me. This pilot wings? Can't recall what song this is. That rune location looks fine. Yes and yes. Okay, then we're doing it. We're doing it live. So it's a little nerve-wracking, but I guess you just gotta be brave and do it. Kind of fun on the DMAT body to put these runes, because they're almost like, you can think of like tattoo placements and where you want them to be. This area here is actually kind of noisy, so maybe we do want a rune on one boob. I think it'd be awkward to have it on both sides of the chest, but on one, that's pretty fun, right? But I want to push it upwards. Yeah, something close to that necklace, or whatever you'd call that. Amulet. You know what? I think it actually might look better on the flat chest. I think this is the right choice. And assorted runes on the snake body. Well, I have to see which one of these. Are these all empty? No, they're not. Okay, so I think we're ready to start putting runes on the snake body. Here, This small one is perfect for his gauntlet. Probably want this one on the back side, probably. Let's try and center it on one of these scales. Seems like we have just enough, actually. Not bad. Feeling better about this choice. So towards the back here, the space is getting kind of slim, so... Let's do another final check for any unused decals. Another small one, perfect. Maybe up top here is a good location, since that'll be often the direction in which the model is viewed. Looks like we're clear. Nice. Real cool. All right. So before the Hex Wraith goes over the decals, we're going to put some softener, some microcell on. Hit him with the microsol. Just enough to melt them down. Did that one. Okay, so now we do our snake torso. Or, not torso, snake body. Oops. Now you go back into... You get back in there. Cool. Cool. I'll probably do another layer of skeleton bone here. Gotta wait for that microsol to dry. And for this second layer, I actually don't mind if, you know, I'm not aiming for perfect coverage. I want variance in my bases anyways, so it's okay if some areas are more so blending with the underlayer, with that blue earth. Okay, now looks like we're ready to go. I actually want to do a bit of extra layers on the modeled glowing details as well. Just because I think they need them to sell the glowing effect. So we'll just dab the Hexwraith over top, and it does all the work for us. Beautiful. Even right here, just like that. I'm happy chat convinced me, because I think the runes on the body were the right choice. There's a slight blemish gotta fix there. Oh, I think this guy turned out. I think he turned out. get a bit of off-white mixed with skeleton bone, and just to do a bit of edge definition on these bone components, the sharps as they were. Yeah, those lines are crucial, those forward-facing edges. And they don't appear to be sharp. On this back edge here. And the last key details I think we gotta highlight are the fangs, which are a little nerve-wracking to do because these fangs are quite small. I think that little extra bit of love goes a long way, though. I thought we were nearly done, but there's a little bit of errors I missed. Just gotta spruce these areas up. Those metallic areas, and I think a few black areas on the connection point. There's a few cables, some ribbed cables, which I think would benefit from a bit of game color black, because this will break up the color in this area and create a more dynamic, more visually interesting end result, I think. I think all that's left is a wash on our base on those stone elements because they look fairly dry enough. And that'll be that. Yeah, this guy, what an improvement on this guy. So I'm just going to put a bit of Agrax Earthshade over the ruined base flakes. The trick is to make sure the wash is going into the recesses because it looks really awkward when the areas where the most dirt would accumulate are brighter than the surface. Okay, that should be good. I think with that, we're ready to wrap up this stream. Not the most engaging stream, I know, on my part, such is the nature of including friendos in the call. But let me know if that's something you guys like or dislike, or do you prefer the more personal streams where it's just me hanging with chat, where you guys get more of the undivided attention, or if you prefer the, listening in on the conversation. Yep. Naturally, this one gets the spotlight as we close out the stream. Thanks to everyone who tuned in, liked, and commented. Much appreciated. I always appreciate being able to share with all of you guys the hobby energy and getting some in return. Nice to hear you guys accomplishing your hobby projects as well. I would say that, tomorrow probably won't be streaming, but that's what I said yesterday. So, who knows? These are often impromptu. But with that, we're going to wrap this stream up, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers!